What's up, everyone? It's John here from the Return of the Fursa. Welcome to my spoof movies on YouTube review. Now, it's been years that I did spoof movies on YouTube review. So I am back doing another one of these. So this time, I'm going to review from my YouTube friend, Mick Collins Studios. Now, it is actually a brand new series that he ever made this year in 2025. That's right. I'll be reviewing his Gwen from Total Drama Sonic movies. So this means I'm going to review all three of the movies. So I am going to review his. Now, before I do so, I decided to tell you of a history. So why not? I thought telling you of a history would be fun first. So first up, I'm going to talk about how I first met him and how we became YouTube friends. So basically, it all started from last year in 2024. It was during December, near Christmas time. I know this was before Christmas morning. This was like before Christmas morning. So it was like days, before Christmas. Because it was in like a December. So basically, during December, I actually did a cast video where I did another version of Shrek, the first two films, and this time I decided to have another Total Drama character playing as Shrek. So I actually did Jeff, Shrek style, the first two films. So I actually uploaded that cast video. In fact, that was actually my re-upload, because my re-upload, I wanted to make it a bit of a longer version so you can look at the cast more. Like, I want to make it more like a longer version since I had to fix something. So it was actually a re-upload. It wasn't the same one that my best YouTube friend, Jaden, the Dragon Ball fan, Jaden did a reaction to it, because that was actually my original upload video where it's a bit of fast. So I had to deleted that one and fix it to make it a longer version. So the longer version was actually the re-upload. So anyways, so during the longer version, when I re-upload, it's still the same, but the longer version, during the re-uploads, I actually got a comment from this YouTuber, Mick Collins Studios. I actually got a comment, and he says this to my Jeff Shrek style, the first two films cast. Here's what he said. All right, so he says this on the comment. He says this: awesome cast. And he puts the emoji smile. And I actually replied to that comment, which I'm not going to read. So I actually did reply to comment of that, and he replied to comment back to me, and he said to me, "Thank you." And he also puts the emoji smile on there, which is pretty cool. So after that, I went on his YouTube channel to see what was his content of his YouTube channel is all about. And I noticed he makes like tour drama videos. And like his YouTube channel was so cool that I noticed he loves total drama and Sonic and all that. So pretty much I actually subscribed to him. I think he also subscribed to me too. So we like both subscribe to each other, and that's pretty cool. And also, all right, he also on part of his real best friends. Yeah. As when he puts the real best friends, he actually puts me as part of his real best friends. And that's pretty cool how he puts me as part of his real best friends. And that's so cool. And that is so cool. So we became very, very good YouTube friends. And, we would, talk to each other throughout the comments mostly. And we've been very good YouTube friends. And also sometimes when he uploads his YouTube videos or his community posts, he'll put a notification name on me. And it's like I'm part of his like notification name on his YouTube videos and his community posts. And I would like a lot of times, put comments on him, and he would like reply comments and put a profile heart on me. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, we've been great YouTube friends. I even went on his live stream one time during on his Happy New Year. And that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's a little history how we became very good YouTube friends. And we both love total drama, and we both love Sonic, and there's other things that we both love too, and there's things that we have disagreements on, but it's all opinion based. At least we both love total drama and Sonic and all that. But yeah, speaking of that, now I'm going to tell you a little history about how it all started from his movie series. So basically, during the December, it was like after Christmas, and this was before like Happy New Year. So before that, it was still September, before Happy New Year. During there, he actually put a notification on me on his community posts when he was announcing that he's going to make the Sonic movies, all 3 of the movies, and that he'll be making one of those gender casting choice swap type movie. If you don't know what is a gender casting choice type movie is, it's just pretty much let's see, boy characters play girl characters, while girl characters play boy characters. You know, like men characters play woman characters play man characters. Like male characters play female characters play male characters. If that makes sense. So that's what he did in his types of spoof movies on YouTube. So usually I'm not too crazy on these types of projects, but I'll make an exception of this one because I know it is definitely an awesome one. So yeah, he did an announcement of that. You know, he made posters of them, and he already listed of a casting choice that he wanted to make. Like a lot of times he's gonna put total drama characters and inside out characters, and he puts like a list of like what casting choices that he's gonna have. So yeah, so anyways, this year in 2025, this year he started doing his Gwen Sonic movies. He started doing it in February all the way from May. Yep, he's been working hard on these movies since February all the way from May. You know, that is that. I mean, after all, as of right now, there is 3 movies after all. So anyways, I've been watching his Gwen Sonic movies from like the February all the way from the May. I've been watching it off of my phone. Every time he uploads them, he put a notification on me, and I actually watched all of his movies, and each of the parts actually, you know, put comments on him. And also, he will put a profile heart on my comments, and later on he will put like a, what's it called? It's like a highlighted comment on me, which is pretty cool. Besides the profile heart on me, on my comment, that's pretty cool. And that sometimes he would do the replied comments on me, which is pretty cool. And that at least he gave me all the profile hearts on me to make sure I got all of them, and that's great. And yeah, and also I have been revisiting his Gwen Sonic movies, in which actually you know, the other day on May, I actually had a marathon on Gwen Sonic movies where I went on the TV, I went on PlayStation 4, and I went on the playlist that I made, and I watched those movies again for the second time. And it was so fun to do a marathon of that, watching them for a second time, and that I'm so ready to review his Gwen Sonic movies. So without further ado, let's get started on talking about his casting choices first. So that's really important, is that we're going to talk about his casting choices. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so first we're going to talk about total drama first. And the reason for that is because I bet you all know that total drama is my favorite show. Not only my favorite show, but also my favorite cartoon show, and definitely my favorite animation. you know how much I love Tor drama since I got into it since 2 years ago in 2023. Oh man, I love Tor drama. So let's get started. Let's talk about Tor drama first because I love talking about Tor drama first. Let's get started. All right, so starting off for Sonic, we have Gwen. Now, he does have two versions of Gwen for Sonic. Now, for Sonic, when he was a little kid at the start of the movie, and maybe that one flashback scene, and during at the start of the movie, when Sonic was a little kid, so for Gwen, he has total drama. Now, having the total drama does make perfect sense. And then for this Sonic, when he was all grown up, for the rest of the movies, of course, for the Gwen, he has the total drama, the original series, in which it does make perfect sense too. Anyways, if you're curious, what do I think of Gwen as Sonic? I love Gwen as Sonic. I love that casting choice so much. It is definitely an S tier. Definitely my favorite casting choice that he ever has. And Gwen would always be my favorite character from Total Drama. She will always be my favorite character from Total Drama. In fact, I actually do love both shows, Total Drama and Total Drama. I love both shows. I do think both shows are really awesome. And oh man, I definitely love Gwen. Gwen is definitely awesome. She's an awesome golf girl. And oh man, she's like very fitting, really awesome. And that she's an awesome golf. And I love Gwen in all the Total Dramas where she has an awesome character development where she went from like a tomboyish, moody type goth, and sometimes that she's nice, to being she's really nice, and that she gets really emotional too. And she's very likable and really nice female character. I definitely adore Gwen a lot. I love Gwen a lot. She's definitely my favorite character and definitely my favorite, the original cast member. I definitely love Gwen a lot. So yeah, I'm really happy that Gwen is the main character because Gwen deserves it and I love Gwen. So yeah, she's definitely awesome as Sonic. Alright, next up for Dr. Eggman, he has Heba. Now that's a great casting choice too. I definitely love Heba being Dr. Eggman. I mean, after all, Heba, besides her being a bully, she's also one of the main villains in Total Drama. And it's no wonder why in All Stars she was on the villains team, in which it does make perfect sense. I mean, after all, Heva is Gwen's enemy, since Heva does bully Gwen a lot, and likes to ruin Gwen's life and torture her and all that stuff. And pretty much, Gwen and Heather, these two had been enemies since Islands. And they're still enemies at the end of the day at All Stars. You know, like they're still enemies at the end of the day. And like and pretty much Heather, she can sometimes be an anti-hero in some moments, like World Tour, for example. There's moments of her that she can be an anti-hero, and she does get her redeemable qualities in action, and she became like she's like an anti-hero kind of in All Stars, but not by much, because at the end of the day, throughout the series, she's like still mean a bully. When you look at her in Islands, yeah, you can tell that she's still mean. But yeah, I definitely love it. And yes, I do love Heather. Heather, she's one of the greatest villains that I have ever made. And she's one of those characters that she does grow on me the more I watch it. Since, you know, she's a great villain, and she's definitely a perfect choice for Dr. Eggman. And yeah, I definitely love it. It's definitely it's definitely a great one for sure. Let's move on. All right, next up is Agent Stoll, Dr. Eggman's psychic. Agent Soul. We have Julia. Now, I definitely love this one too. It's definitely a great casting choice too. Julia. Now, Julia, she was actually in the new ones from the 2023, 2024, you know, the season 8 and season 9, the new ones that came out years ago. So basically, so Julia, she's like another one of those type villain characters in Total Drama, and that she might be a bit similar to Heather. But yeah, she's definitely a great one for sure, and I can see where he was coming from, since, you know, she's very fitting as Agent Soul, Dr. Eggman's psychic. He is very fitting, especially, you know, she might act like a lesbian type character, if you know what I mean. If you watch season 8 and season 9, she may act, or most likely in season 9, where she act like a lesbian type character. So, you know, it's definitely fitting for sure, and I definitely love it. And Julia, she's definitely a great character in the show. I actually do love Julia. Julia is definitely a great character for sure. So yeah, let's move on. All right, next up is Tails. He has Zoe. I definitely love Zoe as Tails. I love that casting choice so much. It's making perfect sense because after all, Zoe is Gwen's second best friend. And also, I definitely love this casting choice so much. And you could describe that Zoe is a cute character for Tails. And I do know for a fact that Tails is voiced by a girl. No joke. Tails is definitely voiced by a girl, of an actress. So I bet that makes sense for like since Zoe is a female character, it does make perfect sense. Yeah, I definitely love Zoe. Zoe, she was only in 2 shows. Revenge of the Islands, All Stars. So she's only in 2 shows. But I definitely love Zoe. Zoe is like one of my favorite characters from the show, and she's definitely my favorite Revenge of the Islands cast member. I definitely adore Zoe. Zoe is definitely awesome. And having a duos between Gwen and Zoe, it is definitely awesome to see a lot more of their friendships, just like in All Stars. And that's definitely awesome. So let's moving on. Alright, next up is Knuckles. So he has Priya. Now he does have 2 versions of Priya. Now basically for Knuckles, when he was a little kid, in that one scene, during the flashback scene, in one scene of the flashback scene, for the Priya, he had her when she was like a little girl. It's from the season 8, 2023, the first episode, at the start of it. So like during the first episode, you do see her as a little kid. During like at the start when she was talking about in her audition tapes. So that's pretty cool. It makes perfect sense. And then for Knuckles, when he was all grown up for the rest of the movies, so for the Priya, he has the Priya when she was all grown up, for the rest of the series. In which it does make perfect sense too. So, anyways, what do I think of Priya as Knuckles? Having Priya as Knuckles is definitely a great casting choice too. I definitely love it for sure. She does seem like a fitting choice for Knuckles, especially in both shows, season 8 and season 9. She definitely fits Knuckles so well. And I actually do love Priya. Priya is definitely a great character, and I love Priya so much. And she's like one of the greatest new cast members that they ever did. I definitely love Priya. Priya's great, and she's definitely an awesome fitting for Knuckles. So let's move on. Alright, next up is Shadow. We have Courtney. I love Courtney as Shadow. I definitely love it so much. I don't know why. I just think that Courtney definitely fits Shadow so well. I think the most fitting version of Courtney being Shadow is when she became more like a villainess, like around Action and World Tour and All Stars. She definitely fits like when Shadow is being all villainous and how, mean he was, and he's like, working with the villains. She definitely fits that. I bet the island version of Courtney definitely fits for like moments that she's actually a hero, a good person, and all that. And when she has moments and she's like a hero, a good person. So it's like an island version fits her for that. You know what I mean? He does a great job. He does a great job of that. And Courtney definitely fits Shadow all that well, and that it seems like it's going in a good opposite that Corny, having a change of heart, and that's awesome. I definitely love it for sure. And I do wish that Courtney became a good person again, maybe after All Stars, and that maybe if she ever came back to a show, I would like to see her be a good person again, just like she was in Islands. That would be cool. Oh well. At least Courtney's still a great character. I love Courtney. Courtney's like one of my favorite characters too. I definitely love Courtney. So yeah, she's definitely awesome as Shadow. And I can see where he was coming from. Let's move on now. All right. Next up is Maria. He has Duncan. Oh my gosh, I can see where he was coming from with Duncan as Priya. Oh no, not Priya, sorry, I meant Maria. Sorry. I accidentally messed up my words. I meant to say I can see where he was coming from with Duncan as Maria. I can see where he was coming from since Shadow and Maria became like best friends in the world, and ever since Maria got killed off, Shadow definitely missed Maria. So I can see that Corny and Duncan became like couples of a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and that ever since Duncan was killed off, Courtney definitely missed Duncan, and it makes sense why Courtney would want to have revenge and all that to restore dignity. Yeah, it's definitely a great casting choice, having Duncan as Maria, and that it has a great backstory between Courtney and Duncan, which is the greatest love story background. And it's alright, and it's alright. Sorry, it's an amazing song. It's an amazing song that I should listen to more often. But yeah, that's definitely great, and I'm really proud of him. He does a good job having Duncan as Maria. So yeah, let's move on. And I'm sorry for messing up my words. All right, so next up, we're gonna move on to Dr. Eggman's grandfather. He has Heather's mom. Now, what do I think of that? It's good, but one of my least favorites. Alright, I'll explain. So pretty much, to those people out there, if you don't know who's Heather's mom, I'll explain. Heather's mom, she's only in one installment. That's right. She was only in Islands. Video message from home from Cartoon Network. And pretty much in that exclusive clip of Island, video message from home from Cartoon Network, Heather's mom is in it. And that's the only time you ever see Heather's mom. And you're probably wondering, how do you do with the Heather's mom for Dr. Eggman's grandfather? Well, actually, he actually did use few of the same images, well, except for like when she has a different emotional, like there's like one image where she is happy and one other image where she's like all sad. And I think that's like pretty much two of the main, I think that's like two of the main, the same background image that, you know, that person had. Like one that, she was happy. Another one is that she was so sad. And, you know, you can tell, it's almost identical the same. You know, it makes sense why, because, you know, Heather's mom does not get enough screen time at all, since she only appears in Ireland's video message from home from Cartoon Network, since she only appears in that. And like that's pretty much it. And I can see where he was coming from, since you know, he's actually Dr. Eggman's grandfather. And I'm sure you know, he wanted to have Heather's mom, in which it does make perfect sense. Even though in the series we never see Heather and her mom together, if that makes sense. But still, I can understand where he was coming from. It's very good. I like it. It's very good. But it's not a character I would use, since she does not get enough screen time at all. So pretty much, it's definitely one of my least favorites. But you know, it's still good. I still like it for sure. And you know, to be honest, Heather's mom, I actually do not know what her personality is. Oh, I know what her personality is. Her personality is a mom type personality. But still, you know, nothing too special. I like it. It's good. You did a good job. I like it. It's very good. Thumbs up. I like it a lot. There's nothing to say about it, so let's move on. But I still like it. It's still good. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Anyways, where are we? Oh yes. Yeah, still good. I still like it. Still good. I'm proud of you. Let's move on. Alright, next up is Metal Sonic. Now for Metal Sonic, he had Metal Gwen. Now, okay, I'll explain. Metal Gwen, no. Metal Gwen is not a real character. It's actually a fan-made character. Maybe somewhere from like Google Images or those like DeviantArts or whatever websites. Now, you know, having the Metal Gwen as the Metal Sonic, it does make perfect sense. And I do have a little fun fact. I actually put a comment, and I actually asked him if he ever made Metal Gwen, you know, if he was the one who made this or not. And for the replied comment, he said to me, it was actually someone who made the metal Gwen. So this means he did not make the metal Gwen. He did not make this. It was actually someone else who made the metal Gwen. Now, when I was on Google Images, I tried to look it up for the metal Gwen for the image itself. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. I tried to look for the DeviantArt if I could find one. But no, I cannot find the metal Gwen. I cannot find this fan-made character. I can't find this. Every time I type in, I can't find it. And I don't know the user who made the metal Gwen. I actually did not know who made this. I would like to know, and I like to know, buddy, who's that user? I would like to know who that user is. Was it somewhere on Google Images or somewhere on those DeviantArts? I actually can't find it right now, but I actually do like it. It's still good. In fact, let's see. In fact, let's see. Metal Sonic. He only appears in at the end of Sonic 3 at the very first post credits. He actually, Metal Sonic does appear at the end of Sonic 3. Now I wonder in Sonic 4, Metal Sonic is gonna get a larger role. I wonder if he's gonna get a larger role. I bet he might have get a larger role. I'm not sure. But yeah, but as of right now, he only appears in at the end of Sonic 3 at the very first post credits. There's nothing to say really. I do think it's great and all. Alright, so moving on to the last Total Drama character. So for hold on. Okay, for Amy Rose, he had Trent. Now what do I think of that? Having Trent as Amy Rose, it does make perfect sense since Trent is actually Gwen's boyfriend. Now, there were a couple, a boyfriend and girlfriend in Ireland until they broke up in Action. But they became like a very good friends in Action, and they were still good friends in World Tour. So it does make perfect sense. So as of right now, Amy Rose, he only appears at the end of Sonic 3 at the very first post credits. So Amy Rose does appear at the end of Sonic 3 at the very first post credits. And I do know in Sonic 4, Amy Rose is going to have a larger role. So she's going to be like one of the main characters too. And she's going to get a larger role. And yes, I'm definitely excited to see Sonic 4, to see Amy Rose having a larger role, the biggest role, the larger role in becoming one of the main characters. I'm definitely excited for that. So I'm sure that Trent is going to be like one of the main characters, and that I'm sure he's going to get a larger role. if that person do Gwen 4, Sonic 4, in the future. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. There's no Sonic 4 yet. But yeah, it's definitely great. I do love it for sure. I love it for sure. It's definitely great. Alright, so that's all of the Toy Drama characters. That's definitely all for sure. So basically, I loved every single Toy Drama characters. They played the Sonic characters. I definitely love this cast. It's definitely great. And I loved all of them equally. And I love them. They're like S tiers. I love them. And I really appreciate that he has like a bunch of these Toy Drama characters playing those Sonic characters. And definitely my favorite out of all of them would have to be Gwen as Sonic. That's definitely my favorite out of all the Toy Drama characters. And definitely my favorite casting out of all of them is Gwen as Sonic. That's definitely my favorite for sure. Anyways, we're not done with the cast yet because there's a lot more to go through. Alright, so next up, we're gonna go on the Inside Out next. Now, before I start talking about the characters from the Inside Out, before I talk about them, I thought I can share my opinion on Inside Out, even though you already know my opinion on Inside Out, but I'll tell you on this review. Alright. So, with Inside Out, so yes, I have seen both movies of Inside Out. So, here's the thing. I remember, I liked Inside Out when I saw it. When I saw it a couple times, I liked Inside Out. But then, over times, Inside Out is like an alright movie. I don't mind this movie all that much. It's like a B tier type of movie. So like I wasn't like the biggest fan of Inside Out. I don't know, it's alright, it's okay. It's like a B tier type of movie. I don't mind it. Like to be honest with you, I'm sure you might get a disagreement, but this is just my opinion. To be honest with you, I actually think Inside Out is very overrated. I think perhaps the first movie, I think it's very overrated. Now, just in case if you don't know why I think Inside Out is an overrated movie, I'll explain. The reason I think Inside Out is an overrated movie is because this movie got so much like a door love hyped, where many people think Inside Out, it's one of the best Disney Pixar films, it's one of the best animated films, it's one of the best movies, and they'll put this movie higher, and like they said, it's one of their favorites. And some people may think that it's their favorite Disney Pixar film, their favorite animated film, their favorite movie. Like there could be some people out there who might say it's their favorite movie or one of their favorites, and they love it so much, and they think it has a lovely, unique idea how they think it's so beautiful, it's so emotional, and has like great messages. It's like a recommended type movie, and everyone loved it, and they said that they give it praise how much they love this movie, and they always want to watch this movie. And they said it's definitely a great movie for kids, and which I'm sure kids will love it, and all that jazz. Like, to be honest, I think it might get way too hyped, actually. I don't know. I'm not sure if this movie won for, like, an Oscar. I'm not sure if it won for an Oscar. I'm gonna have to look it up. Actually, I think it did one for an Oscar for like the best animated movie in 2015. And yeah, like I can understand why people loved Inside Out. Like to me, I don't give Inside Out enough love like a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind Inside Out. Like I do think Inside Out, it's a good movie, and I do like the movie for what it is. It's a B2 type of movie. Like it's a good movie. I like this movie. It's just that it's not as good as what people say it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have no problems watching Inside Out. I have no problems with that. I don't mind watching Inside Out. It's just that it's not a movie that I want to watch it more times. It's like a sometimes type of movie. Like, it's a good movie. I do like it for what it is. I do think it's an okay movie, an alright movie. It's just that it's just not one of my favorites. It's not one of my favorite Disney Pixar films, not one of my favorite animated films, and definitely not one of my favorite movies, or it's not one of my favorite animation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind Inside Out. Inside Out's fine. I don't mind it. It's alright. It's just that it's not as good as movies like Toy Story and Finding Nemo and all that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind it. It's okay. You know, it's a B tier. It's alright. It's alright. I don't mind it. I actually did revisit it when I was watching it on DVD. And I don't mind it. It was okay. It was okay. It did make me cry. And I do agree that it's a good film. It's just that it's an okay film. It's alright. It's like a B tier type of movie. I still think that the movie's overrated. I know a lot of people will disagree with that, but it's true. I actually find the movie overrated. And I actually watched Inside Out 2 on Disney Plus. And I do have the same level as the first Inside Out movie. But I would say Inside Out 2 is definitely a lot better than Inside Out 1. Yeah, that's right. Inside Out 2 is a lot better than Inside Out 1. And I do think that the movie is a lot better, and I still think it's an alright movie, a good enough movie, an alright movie. But it's still the same level as like still a B tier type of movie. But I do think it's a little bit better. And I always saw the movie once on Disney Plus, and I don't mind the movie. It's a good enough movie, okay movie. It's alright. I don't mind it. So both of the Inside Out movies, I don't mind these movies. They're okay. I do think they're overrated. Most likely the first movie overrated. But yeah, you know, I don't mind them. Both BT movies. They're both good movies. I do like them. It's just that they're okay, alright movies. It's just B tier movies. But if you love Inside Out a lot, that's fine with me, buddy. You can love Inside Out all you want, because I know how much you love Inside Out. Anyways, let's move on to the... Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the cast now. I'm ready to talk about the cast now. Alright, so anyways, for Tom, played by James Marsden. Tom, we have Joy. What do I think of that? I'm going to say very positive. Great casting choice. Loved it. Great casting choice. You're probably wondering, hey, if you're not a fan of Inside Out, or you think it's alright or whatever, why do you like Joy as Tom? Why do you like that cast? I just think it's great, actually. I actually like it. I don't know. To be honest with you, out of all the Inside Out characters playing those like Sonic characters in the live action movies, out of all the ones, I have to say Joy is definitely my favorite cast. When she was playing Tom, she's definitely my favorite out of all these casts that he has for the Inside Out characters. You know what I mean? I do think she does a great job. She's funny playing as Tom. And I actually love it. Actually. I actually adore that cast, actually. And I can definitely tell that Gwen and Joy would be great sisters. That's right. They should be greatest sisters. I can imagine them when I watch those movies. I would imagine them, Joy and Gwen, being sisters. I think that's what they should be. They should be sisters. I want these two to be sisters. They've been great sisters. You know what I mean? They deserve to be sisters. Like, come on. They're definitely great being sisters. Like, Gwen is Joy's sister, and Gwen is Joy's... Sorry. Gwen is Joy's sister. Joy is Gwen's sister. That's what I meant to say. You know what? To be honest with you, I think Joy nowadays might be my favorite character from Inside Out. I used to say Sadness was my favorite character from Inside Out when it first came out, when I was like a lot younger. I used to say Sadness was my favorite character, but nowadays my opinions have changed. Sadness is no longer my favorite Inside Out character. Nowadays, Joy is now my favorite Inside Out character. I think it's maybe because I loved watching her performance as Tom, played by James Marsden. I like watching her performance in his Sonic movies. I actually loved it. Actually, it's definitely great. I would say it's definitely my favorite for sure. I don't know. It might be an A tier, maybe. I don't know. It's definitely, despite that, I'm not too crazy on Inside Out. I actually loved it. I actually loved Joy being Tom. Oh man, I do think her appearance in the first movie is definitely my favorite. Maybe because she's like a main character and she got like a larger role, and it's definitely awesome for sure. Let's move on. And yes, this movie does make me joy because of happy. Get it? All right, moving on. All right, so next up is Maddie. So for Maddie, he has anger. Now, I actually do like it. It's good. I do like anger as Maddie. It's good. But I wouldn't say it's not as good as Joy as Tom. But it's still good. I do like it. I do like to make a funny joke that Maddie is, if you get rid of the other half, it's like mad. Get it? Yeah, it's definitely great. I do love it. And yeah, I can see that you want to have, I can see why you would want to have Joy and Anger being couples of like a boyfriend and girlfriend, or imagine them as like husband and wife. Even though in Inside Out movies, they were never a couple of a boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife, because they're just friends, nothing else, and they are different. And Joy's happy. Why Anger is so angry, so mad, and all that. So they like different emotionals, like the different emotionals to it of them. But I can see why you would want to ship them together. So I like it. It's good, but I wouldn't say it's not as good as Joy's Tom, But it's still good. I do like it for sure. I don't mind it that much. I don't mind it. It's fine. Moving on. Okay, for Rachel, so for Rachel, that person has fear. Now, I would say the same level as anger as Maddie. Same level. I do like fear as Rachel. I do think it's good. I do like it. It's good. I like it. It's pretty good. I would say it's the same level as the anger as Maddie. It's like the same level. So, it's good. I don't mind it. It's good. Okay, last of the Inside Out characters. For Randall, that person has disgust. Now, same level as the other two. I do think disgust as Randall. It's pretty good, actually. Maybe she might be feeding, actually. She might be feeding as Randall. So, yeah, I do like it. It's very good. I don't mind it. It's the same level as the other two. I don't mind it. I can see why you would want to ship fear and disgust. I can see why you want to ship them. Even though in the Inside Out movies, they were never a couple of like a boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife and all that. Like, you never see that. But like, I can see why you would want to ship them, fear and disgust, even though they're both different emotionals to it. Like, fear is being scared, while disgust is like all grossed out of disgusting, of like all grossed out and all. But I can see why you would want to ship them, and yeah, I can imagine them getting married and all that. So, I don't, so yeah, like I said, any of those Inside Out characters playing those any of those Inside Out characters playing those Sonic characters from the movies, I don't mind. I think they're fine. Maybe I'll make an exception of Joy being Tom. I do think Joy as Tom is definitely my favorite out of these. But you know what's missing? Sadness. Sadness is missing. There's no sadness in any of his movies. I think I have a theory. My theory is that I bet during the making of they think sadness is not good for the part in the movies. So they'll put sadness in the circle and make her not be part of the group. And have like sadness is all sad and crying. And she felt left out. I actually made a joke about one time on my community post is that sadness is so sad and crying because she's not in any of his Gwen Sonic movies. And I can imagine Riley is crying too because she did not get to be in the movie too. LOL. Oh well. Maybe one day in Sonic 4, he might have sadness and Riley in it. We'll see. It's his project after all. We're not done with the cast. We got a lot more to go. All right. Let's talk about the other casting choice since we're not done yet. Okay. First up is Longclaw the Owl. Longclaw the Owl. So basically, he has Mufasa. Now, if you're wondering what version of Mufasa, it's the proper version of the Disney animated classic from the Disney Renaissance. Yeah, that's right, the Disney animated classic, the original Lion King from the Disney Renaissance. That Mufasa as Longclaw the Owl. And I had to say, it's definitely a good cast, and I like it for sure. And I'm glad it's the original Mufasa. I'm glad it's the original Mufasa because I don't like these Disney live-action remakes. I do not like the Disney live-action remakes at all. I don't care about them at all. But like, I'm glad it's the original Mufasa. I'm definitely proud of him. I'm glad it's the original Mufasa. It's definitely great. And it seems like both Mufasa and Longclaw, it seems like both characters were killed off, in which it does make perfect sense. And yeah, The Lion King is definitely a great Disney Renaissance movie. Alright, so next up for Wayne. Is that his name? Is his name Wayne? That Tom's friend, who's also the police officer, Wayne. I think his name is Wayne. Who's like Tom's friend, who's also a police officer. That person has Melbourne. I'm sorry, I can't read. She's like the main character from Inferno, in which I call it We Don't Talk About Bruno movie. That's why I call this movie. I call this movie We Don't Talk About Bruno movie. Yeah, she's like the main female character. Merc Pearl. So I can't read. Merc Pearl, the main female character from that Disney movie We Don't Talk About Bruno movie, based on that song. Now, what do I think of that? It's good. It's alright, I guess. I don't mind it. Now, I never seen the what's it called? Nikando? The We Don't Talk About Bruno movie. I never seen that Disney movie that came out in the 2020s. I actually never seen the We Don't Talk About Bruno movie. I keep hearing the song, the We Don't Talk About Bruno. I heard of that song before, but like I actually never bothered watching that movie. And to be honest, I have no interest in watching this movie. I have no interest in the Disney 2020s movies. I have no interest in those movies at all. So, you know, I have nothing to say about this movie. So I don't know. I have no interest in watching this movie. The only reason why I know this movie is because, you know, that We Don't Talk About Bruno. That's the song I heard of it before. So, yeah. I'm sure there's people out there who never seen the movie but know the song. So I don't mind this main female character being Tom's friend, who's also the police officer. I don't mind it at all. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. I don't mind it. Let's move on. Okay, next up is Commander Walters. Yeah, that's his name. Commander Walters. He has Queen Emperor. I can't read, I'm sorry. The Queen from Wish. What do I think of that? I don't know. Looks alright. I don't know. And if you're curious, no, I have actually never seen Wish. I never bothered watching Wish because I heard that Wish is definitely the worst Disney film, and probably the worst Disney animated classic, and definitely one of the worst 2020s Disney movie. I heard it's really bad. I heard that a lot of people hated it, how it was disappointing, how it was terrible for the back in the 2023 for the Disney 100th anniversary. And people say that the short film that came out, and the short film was called Once Upon a Studio. Yeah, Once Upon a Studio. You know, that short film, they said that short film is a lot better for the Disney 100th anniversary. And I do know the 100th anniversary, that's like back in 2023. But yeah, so like I said before, I never seen Wish. I never bothered watching it because I heard it's really bad. And plus, I don't think I wouldn't like this movie all that much. So now, my brother, he actually has seen Wish, and he says it wasn't that bad. And he didn't mind it, like, you know, he says it wasn't that bad. Like, he didn't mind it. I'm sure he thinks it's okay. Like, he didn't mind it at all. But I'm sure he would say, the Disney villain is, like, the best part in this movie. I think that's what he said. But yeah, he didn't mind Wish all that much. So, I have no interest in, watching Wish. Because, you know, it doesn't look that good, and I heard it's really bad. I heard it got like awful reviews. I heard it got like bad reviews. So I don't mind it. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Passable. It's fine. Let's move on. Okay, next up we're gonna go on JoJo. Now for JoJo, that person has Miguel. Now, Miguel is from Coco. I actually liked it. It was very good. Having a kid character playing another kid character. I like it. It's very good. And if you're curious, yes, I have seen Coco before. I watched Coco with my my brother and my sister. You know, all three of us, me, my brother, and my sister, we watched Coco on DVD together. And we liked it. It was good. It was a good film. I need to watch it again, actually. But it's a good film. I do like Coco. I enjoyed Coco a lot, actually. You know, when I saw it on DVD. It's good. I liked Coco. It's good. It's a good film. I do need to watch Coco again, actually. It is a sad film, but it's a good film. I do like Coco. It is a good film from Disney Pixar. Very good film. I do like Coco. Alright, so next up, we're gonna go over Ozzy, the pet dog. So he has Chase, who's another dog. And this is from Paw Patrol. I like it. It's very good. I like it for sure. And if you're wondering, yes, I have seen Paw Patrol. I've seen it on Nick Jr. I've seen like a bunch of Paw Patrols on Nick Jr. And it's good. I like it. I do like Paw Patrol. It's a good show. Not one of my favorites for sure, but I like it. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good Nick Jr. Show. And it's pretty good having a dog character playing another dog character. And that's cool. And I do know Chase is actually the police officer for sure. Yeah, I do like Paw Patrol. I haven't watched Paw Patrol in ages, but I have seen Paw Patrol before on Nick Jr. And it's definitely good. I do like Paw Patrol. It's pretty good, actually. Not one of my favorites, but it's good. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's pretty good, actually. It's pretty good. All right, next up, we're going to go over director Rockwell. Yeah, director Rockwell. That person has Mr. Goodman. So he's from SML. So what do I think of that? What do I think of Mr. Goodman as director Rockwell? It's good. I like it. I like it for sure. I do need to watch a lot of SMLs. Maybe at some point I will watch more of SMLs. But it's pretty good. I like it. I like it for sure. It's very good. Mr. Goodman does seem very good fitting for director Rockwell. It's pretty good. I think I have I might have Mr. Goodman as Stinky Pete in my 2024 Toy Story cast. Let me look it up real quick. Oh no, sorry about that. It wasn't that. It was a different SML character for Stinky Pete. My mistake, my mistake. So I apologize for my mistake. But yeah, as I'm saying, back to what I'm saying. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. I liked it. It was good. It was good. I like it. Not one of my favorites or anything, but it's good. I like it for sure. I would say it's a little bit better than the Wish Queen as Commander Wops was. I will say that. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm proud of you, buddy. Okay, now for the rest of the cast, I'll explain those now. Of course, we have Sonic characters, both the real ones and the fan-made ones. Yes, he does have Sonic characters playing some random characters, both the real ones and the fan-made ones. All right, I might tell you a few of them. I'm gonna tell them few of the Sonic characters for the real ones and the fan-made ones for those random characters, because I'm not gonna tell you all of them because there's a lot of them. Might tell you a few of them. Let's see. I'll talk about the real ones first. So for the real ones, I liked how you have Mephiles from Sonic 06. Mephiles being alright, so his name is Roadhouse Tug. I can't read, I'm sorry. Yeah, his name is Roadhouse Tug. So basically, he's the guy who's bald. He's like an adult guy who hangs out at the bar. And he's like abusive bully who's the leader who wants to beat up Sonic and Tom. And he's so rude. Yeah, like he wants to like beat up Sonic and Tom. And he's so rude and saying, "We don't like your kind." And he's like a bully. He's very rude. He's so mean. And he doesn't give a shit about Sonic and Tom. And he doesn't want to leave them alone. In fact, at least he got what he deserved, where he went through the window and broke in the glass window, and he knocks unconscious, and he was seen again, and that Dr. Eggman throws him in the glass window again and make him unconscious again. And that he was never seen again for the rest of the movies. And I had to say, yeah, I can see why. You would have Mephiles be that roadhouse adult abusive bully type character. It actually made that funny joke in my comment when I was putting in the comments, and I imagine Julia saying this based on one of them. It's either season 8 or season 9, one of those two, where it's like a selfie episode of all the animals, where I can imagine her saying this. Oh, poor Sega Hedgehog, selfie! And my friend, he was laughing at it as a reply comment. Yeah, I'm referencing from that moment. Oh, poor fishies, selfie! I don't get why this is hard. Ooh, caves! Animals live in caves. Sorry, this is a review. This is a review on his Gwen Sonic movies. This isn't a review on Toa Drama. I like to quote that. That episode's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a great one for sure. Having Mephiles be the, that bully roadhouse and all that. Yeah, that's definitely great. And to be honest with you, in my opinion, I think Mephiles from Sonic 06, he might be my favorite Sonic villain. And I don't care what anyone said, I still think Sonic 06 is definitely an overhated game. And I have played Sonic 06 before. It is a challenging game and having struggles with it, but I still love it. I actually beat the game all the way through. I actually do love Sonic 06. It's definitely a great one for sure. What else is there? And of course we have Amy Rose. That she plays like for that one part in the movie. It's during the bar scene. And it was like at the end of the song, Bad News. Is that what it's called? The bad news about. And at the end of that song, during the dancing, basically, Joy, who's being all crazy and accidentally bumping into Amy Rose. And basically, Amy Rose is so upset. Oh my god. And I can imagine her getting the hammer out and wants to beat up Joy with the hammer. We all know Amy Rose in the Sonic series of games and shows, where Amy Rose loves to use a hammer to hit people. That you don't mess with her. Oh my god, Amy Rose using the hammer to beat up Joy at the end of that song. Like, oh my god! Even though it's like a small part in the movie, it's definitely a funny cameo. I don't know. I don't know. I just love it. It's like one of the funniest parts when I saw it. Especially at the end of that song. The bad news. Oh my god, that's definitely awesome. I love it for sure. Etc. There's a couple of other real Sonic characters in it too. Let's see. I'll talk about a couple of fan-made Sonic characters. Now, I think what was it? Let's see. I think that fan-made character was named Send Me the Hedgehog. I think that's what it's called. Send Me the Hedgehog. It's like a black Amy Rose, and I believe it's called like a Send Me the Hedgehog. She was being the waitress at the bar, who said this: "Hey, no kids allowed back here. What is he? Is he some type of mask? Actually, he's 43 years old. He has like a skin disease. The face I was born with. Make us two. Alright, you owe me one. Yeah, having her being the waitress at the bar, and like she mistakens Sonic for a human child, and then Tom made up a lie that actually he's like an adult, 43 years old and all that. Like, yeah, that's funny. That's like a funny scene in the movie. So I do love that cast. It's definitely great. And I remember there was it's like a light blue Sonic being in maybe in a scene where maybe there's like a lead of the soldier or whatever in that one scene where, are you in charge? Like, no, I'm in charge. I'm not deaf. You don't know what. Him if for that one scene, nope, wrong, I'm in charge. Yeah, I think it's like a light blue Sonic or whatever. Yeah, there's a bunch of like Sonic characters, from like real Sonic characters and like fan-made Sonic characters. There were a couple of like continuity errors. Like I noticed Mephiles being at this other bar place at the snow in the Sonic 2 movie. I noticed Mephiles was there. There was a couple of like continuity errors as well. But yeah, there's like a bunch of Sonic characters, whether it's like real characters and fan-made characters and all that. Alright, so next up we're gonna move on to the anime characters. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of anime, except for Sonic X. I love Sonic X. Sonic X is definitely my favorite anime. I love Sonic X. But anime in general, I'm not the biggest fan of anime, so I'll try my best. I do know, let's see, I'm trying to remember. I do remember, I think it was like Yu-Gi-Oh! Being like Crazy Carl, and then later on there was like a continuity error from like Yu-Gi-Oh! For something like that, I don't know. And then I think, I remember in Sonic 3, Part 1, he has like these like, whatever anime this was, being those like those like security or these people at the start of Sonic 3. It's like a Japan type of place. It's like one of those like these security characters or whatever at the start of Sonic 3 that's supposed to watch over Shadow. And that those animes that appear in Sonic 3 Part 1 that he was using. Now, I'm not that anime expert. I don't know what anime that is. So, buddy, I'd like to know, what kind of anime is that played in your Sonic 3 Part 1? I'd like to know, because I don't know what anime characters are there on your Part 1 Sonic 3 movie. I don't know who they are, actually. I'm not the biggest fan of anime. I don't know. I'm more of a Western animation over anime. That's just me, though. I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's alright. I don't know. It's fine. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, and then, he had, oh my god. My Little Pony, Equestrian Girls, fan-made characters. Now, At least it was in some parts. He didn't put too much of that. At least it's just, fan-made characters. Those fan-made characters. At least there was some parts. There was some moments. There was some parts. There was a bit of that. There was some parts that. There was some parts that he did put the My Little Pony, Equestrian Girls, fan-made characters on there. Maybe like for that one part where, like, playing the sister that wants the tablet and all that, like, stop fighting and I'll take that thing away. Yeah, right, Dad. Ah! And there was like there was a meeting scene and maybe all that jazz. There were a couple of like My Little Pony, Equestrian Girls, fan-made characters that he has. All right. If you're curious, if he has any fictional My Little Pony, Equestrian Girls characters, no. He does not have any the real My Little Pony, Equestrian Girls characters, or even any of the other My Little Ponies on there. I'm not going to count the fan-made ones, but as like a real ones, I'm glad he doesn't use the real ones. At least he used a bit of the My Little Pony, Equestrian Girls, fan-made characters. He did use a bit of it in some parts. And, thank God for that. Anyways, I don't care. Let's just move on. I'll tell you something later too. And then, pretty much the rest of the characters are just, characters are like, characters are like, let's see, there's this one, what was it? It's like a Team Curry type of villain. It's like a green version from Ferngully, The Last Rainforest, as another bald guy who's at the snow bar at number 2, and he does the dance fight and all that. There's that one, which is pretty good. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, there's also Harley Quinn as this waitress lady in Sonic 2 who doesn't speak English, speaks in like a different language. I ordered like beef stew. I don't like beef stew. That's not what I ordered. I don't like beef stew. Yeah, you got that. You also got yeah, that's Harley Quinn for you. You also got Poison Ivy as this evil old lady who makes like a evil cotton skeleton, and she's like creepily sleeping at Sonic at the next morning. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And there was a couple of other random characters here and there. There's nothing to say about these. I don't know, nothing to say about these other characters. There's like a bunch of like random characters too, a bunch of random characters. And that's all of the characters here. That's all the cast that I would say. Now we're gonna move on to some other things to it. So first up, we're gonna talk about my problems first. Yeah, we like to talk about my problems first. So I do have two problems that I have. It was during the first Sonic movie. So I'll explain. So during Sonic 1, the first Sonic movie, there was actually two parts that are like messed up. It was between like part 21 and part 24. Now, here's the thing. I'll try my best to explain. In part 21, there was this one part where when he gets to Tom's line, he didn't bother showing joy. Instead, he actually showed the Grinch from the 3D animated from Elimination. That Grinch being Tom. Yeah, and you're probably wondering why would he do that? Now, I think I can understand. I'll explain. What happened is that he didn't do it on purpose. No, he didn't do it on purpose. He actually forgot to put joy over Tom. He actually forgot to put joy over Tom. And the reason why that the Grinch from the 3D animated, from the Elimination, that the Grinch was here was because now for the audio and the footage of the real movie. Now for the footage of the real movie and audio from the movie, he actually used from another spoof project, which is also Sonic, the movie itself, which is called Puss in Boots Sonic movie from Send Me the Hedgehog, where Send Me the Hedgehog had Puss in Boots as Sonic, and it's also had the Grinch from the 3D animated from Elimination, that the Grinch as Tom, in which that explains why. So I know it's only in one part. Like, I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. I'm sure that he forgot to put joy over Tom's line in that one part. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just a small one part thing. I'm sure he forgot to put joy on there. I don't know. I wouldn't be too mad. That's fine. That's fine. I've seen a lot worse. That's fine and all. So then, in part 24, there's this one part where, you know how, Heather was supposed to be Dr. Eggman. Now, for that one part, when you get to the Dr. Eggman's, line, the first half of it has Heather on there, for the first half of Heather on there, and then for the second half, there's this like a fan-made Sonic character that Send Me the Hedgehog uses, like some type of fan-made Sonic character for the second half. So I'm not sure why the second half they have the... Oh, that's because of the same spoof project that he was using. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he would do that. Maybe he forgot to put Heather at the second half. I'm sure he forgot to do that. And after all, we sometimes forget about things, and I don't blame him if he forgot to put joy over Tom's line, and also put Heather at the second half of Dr. Eggman and all that. I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. I'm sure he can forget sometimes, and that's okay. That's okay if he forgets. We all make mistakes. I mean, come on, I make mistakes too. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. And don't worry, I'm not mad at you, buddy. I'm not mad at you. It's okay if you forgot. You don't have to fix it. It's okay. I understand. At least your rest of your movies are fine. You know, so it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I can understand why you forgot to do that. That's fine and all. I'm sure you didn't mean to. You know, that's fine. It's passable. You know, it's fine and all. I've seen a lot worse. I wouldn't say it's as bad as showing the characters' faces, in which he did show a couple times. But you know, I wouldn't say it's too bad with the showing the characters' faces. I've seen a lot worse, but you know, that's fine and all. Okay, and then I think as for some other problems, I don't think it's not a problem for me, but I'm sure it'll be my best YouTube friend Jaden, the Dragon Ball fan, you know, my best YouTube friend Jaden, I'm sure he would have a problem with this, is this. With the clips and the images, he does use repeated clips and images over and over again throughout the movies. Even though there's a lot of times he has change of the clips and the images, but like a lot of the times throughout the movies, he does use the same clips and the same images over and over again. I'm sure it might be a problem for my best YouTube friend, Jaden, the Dragon Ball fan. I bet he would say something like, use more clips, use more clips, use more clips, use more images, use more images, use more images. Come on, try harder than that. And there could be other times that, you know, it does happen. I can see why it might annoy Jaden, but it doesn't annoy me too much. I can see why he would have the repeated clips and repeated images over and over again. I bet he wants to do it quickly as he can. I bet he doesn't want to spend time getting a lot of it out. I bet he wants to get a good effort of the clips and images. I bet he wanted to be a lot quicker, in which that's fine and all. And I do like how sometimes with the clips, he does combine the two clips together, which is pretty cool. Like for example, he'll put the two clips together of Joy and Gwen. Like for the clip of Gwen, I know he was using All Stars, and then for the clip of Joy, I think that's a clip from Inside Out 2, maybe? I don't think it was in the first Inside Out movie. It might have been Inside Out 2. Correct me if I'm wrong here or not. But they focus on the, you know, the Joy and the Gwen and combine the clip together. That's pretty cool. And then he did a good job. And then he would like combine. Sometimes he'll combine the images together. Like, that's pretty cool. And I'm sure he does a good job doing crossover pits. And I do like crossover pits. Crossover pits is really good to enjoy. I actually do like crossover pits. And there could be times that he kept showing the crossover pit, like for the whole thing, for some moments. Like for example, he keeps showing crossover pit of Heather and his mom and all that. You know, but I do like how he but yeah, I'm sure he does a great job making crossover pits. And making crossover pits is fun. It's something that me and my best YouTube friend Jaden, the Dragon Ball fan, love to do as well, is making crossover pits. So that's pretty cool. Okay, was there any other problems I have with it? It might be a minor problem, but you know, that was just for the credits. When he's listing of like what movies and shows that he uses, when he's saying total drama, for some reason he said 2017. Actually, it's not actually 2017. He should have just write 2024. It would make more sense if it said like 2007 all the way from 2024. Now I'm not sure why he wrote it the 2017. Maybe he made a mistake. I'm not sure, but that's okay. That's fine. It's passable. It's fine. But this is a minor thing. Anything else I could say? Not really, actually. There's no other problems that I can say. Maybe some few continuity errors, but you know, there's no other problems, I would say. I'm going to move on to the positives, because I think positives is one of my favorite things to say in my friend's review. Let's see, for one of the positives. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way first as one of my main positives. Here it is. Here's one of my main positives I'm going to give. Here it goes. Okay, we're not going to count the fan-made ones since he did use a little bit of them. But in general, as the real ones, in general. Here it comes. There's no My Little Pony in it. And that's great, because I hate My Little Pony. Definitely the worst show ever made. Overrated, overused. I hate My Little Pony. And I don't need to rant on My Little Pony for like many times already. We're going to move on. Really hate My Little Pony, and I'm not going to rant on it anymore. We're going to move on. So yeah, it's nice that he has no My Little Pony in it. Not any of those like My Little Pony series, like No Friendship is Magic, no Equestrian Girls. I'm not counting the fan-made ones, I'm talking about the real ones. No Equestrian Girls, no 3D animated, no old ones, no live, whatever. Not a single My Little Pony in it. And that's great. That's great. That is great. No My Little Pony in it. Even though my friend, Mick Collins Studios, my friend loves My Little Pony for whatever reason, you know, that's fine. I'm sure he respects my opinion on My Little Pony, and that's great. I respect all My Little Pony back, even though I might get upset about My Little Pony, but still, I can still love other things, love toy drama and, you know, Sonic and Toy Story and all that jazz. That's a good example. So yeah, so I'm glad there's no My Little Pony in it. And good job, buddy. I'm very proud of you. Anyways, moving on to another positive I want to give. What's another positive I want to give? I want to say he does a great job doing the editing. He does a great job doing editing. I'm not sure what editing he uses. Was it iMovie? Was it like Video Maker? I don't know what I don't know what editing he did. He does a great job. And I'm sure for the let's see. I'm sure you know, he does an amazing job. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Another problem that I have that I need to tell you. Okay, here's another problem that I have. Now there was some parts where some moments, like some scenes did get cut out. For some moments, for some scenes that they did get cut out. Like, for example, I was looking forward to the scene where getting on the top of the tower of the, do you have a child in that bag? No. I mean, yes, it is a child. That's not my child. That's not your child? Plus, he loves it in there. That whole scene. Yeah, and it's a shame that scene was cut out. Now, you're probably wondering, no, he actually did not cut out that scene. You're probably wondering, what do you mean by he did not cut out scenes? What I mean is that he did not cut those scenes out because, like I said, for the audio and the real footage from the real movies and probably most of these casting that you've seen from like Sonic characters, the real ones and fan-made ones and other things that you see the whole thing, he's been using from Send Me the Hedgehog, Puss in Boots, Sonic movies. More likely the first Sonic movie that he was using Puss in Boots, Sonic movie. So basically, I think in the Send Me the Hedgehog, when she was making Puss in Boots, Sonic movies, when she was making the first movie, she was the one who cut that scene out and maybe cut some other scenes out. She was the one who cut those scenes out. In which, it makes, it makes perfect sense in that, he did not cut those scenes out. He was using the Send Me the Hedgehog, Puss in Boots, Sonic movies. He uses that for like most of the whole movies, maybe not all of it, maybe for some of the whole movies. So yeah, I'm sure he did not cut those scenes out. It was actually from other projects, in which, yeah, it makes sense. Now, I'm not that crazy on cutting the scenes out, even though it wasn't him, it was like other projects that he was using, in which that's understandable. That's fine and all. And I noticed this, actually, that's all I can say really. That's all I can really say. Anyways, yeah, you're probably wondering, what was my favorite scene in the movies? Let's see. I think in general, my favorite scene what would have to be Gwen and Courtney fighting. One was in the Japan. Another one is when they're in outer space and basically going into the moon. And basically, when they were fighting in the moon, and Courtney said, "Do it! Take your revenge!" But Gwen decided to not kill Courtney. And what are you doing? You won! Take your revenge! There are no winners of revenge. Especially, the scene when they're at the moon. Courtney apologizing to Gwen. That whole fight scene, especially the Super Gwen and the Super Courtney scene of the whole climax final battle at the outer space of the moon, saving the day. I love that, and that's definitely awesome. Love it for sure. One of my other favorite parts in the movie would have to be the scene where Gwen and Joy were at the bar. That whole bar scene where Gwen and Joy were at, that's like one of my favorite scenes that he ever did. I definitely love that scene for sure. Yeah, I'm really impressed with his movies. Yeah, so yeah, what is it based on? It's based on the Sonic movies. Since I've seen the Sonic movies, at least the first two, so many times. Now for the third movie, I only seen it 2 times. One in theaters and one at home on Blu-ray. But I definitely will watch Sonic 3 a couple more times to make it more like many times already once I watch more of Sonic 3. And so that way it will be more like many times too. So yeah, I definitely love the Sonic movies. The Sonic movies is definitely one of my most watched movie of all time. Especially that I've seen the Sonic movies so many times, and how much I love the Sonic movies. And you know, and as a person who loves toy drama a lot, I really love toy drama. I've been having a marathon of it like 3 times already. I definitely love it for sure. I'm very proud of his project actually. He did a good job. And I like how in the credits, he made me as a director. Yeah, no joke. If you look at the credits on all 3 of the movies, it says directed by The Return of Fusa, which means me. I directed the movies. Okay. Before you be like, why did he put my name on it? Well, the only reason why he did that is because he only put me as a director because he knows how much I love toy drama and how much I've been putting toy drama content on my YouTube channel. He notices that how much I'm a toy drama fan. He knows that how much I love toy drama. So because I love toy drama so much, I bet that's why he made me as a director, which is pretty cool. And he's like a producer, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And just as you know, I'm very happy that he made me a director, even though I have no involved with his movies. But still, it's pretty cool why he made me as a director, since he knows how much I love toy drama, which is pretty cool. That's all I can say, really. If you guys haven't seen his Gwen Sonic movies, I made a playlist of all 3 movies, including the short film. You know, that short film. And I actually requested him to make the short film, and I'm glad he made the short film. So if you want to watch all 3 of his movies and that one short film, if you want to watch them, I'll put a link to it on the description box below, so you can watch off of my playlist. And the playlist goes over 101 videos. That's right, it goes over 101 videos. So make it more easier. So yeah, if you want to watch some more, you can watch it off of my playlist, which is pretty cool actually. And he does a great job making like posters of like the first movie is blue, the second movie is yellow, the third movie is red. And each of the Gwen movies get better and better. My favorite is Gwen 3. Second place is Gwen 2. And my least favorite is Gwen 1. But I still love them. I loved all three of them. He's awesome. I'm going to put him in S tier. I'm going to give him 10 out of 10. Yep, he's a legend. Awesome. And trust me, he's a good YouTube friend. And I'll continue to be friends with him. And yeah, I have nothing else to say really. I want to say to you, thank you for everything that you have done for me. I'm very proud of you. I'm glad you worked so hard on your movies. And I'll try watch your Mario movie that came out in 2023, the Elimination movie. Because I know you have like Cars characters too. So I'll try watch your spoof project of that. And then I'll review on that one too. How about that? Since I do love the Mario 2023 movie from Elimination, and I do love Cars as well. So I'll watch that project next. You did an awesome job. I just want to say thank you for everything. You did an awesome job, and I will watch your movies a couple more times. I'm definitely excited to see Sonic 4. And I hope you make Gwen 4. I want to see your Gwen 4 when that happens. I love to see your Gwen 4. And that's awesome because, you know, this year in 2025, Sonic 3 has been out on DVD and Blu-ray and 4K, and which is pretty awesome because I actually do have Sonic 3 on Blu-ray, and that's awesome. So thanks for watching, and so yeah, so keep up the good work, buddy. Word out.